Dear students, today we will study velocity time graph. Now remember, in velocity time graph, velocity is taken along y-axis and time is taken along x-axis. Suppose I plot a graph, so I'll take time along x-axis and I'll take velocity along y-axis. As you know, these are two axes of a graph, x-axis and y-axis. So time along x-axis and velocity along y-axis. As you all know, what is velocity? It is rate of change of displacement. So we can write velocity as displacement upon time. As we all know that velocity is a vector quantity. It is a vector quantity. It can be positive, it can be negative, or it can be zero. As your displacement can be positive, it can be negative, and it can be zero. Now, when we say that the velocity will be positive? Now, when we can say that the body has positive velocity, remember, when body moves away from its initial position. What do you mean by moving away? Means जिस position से motion start किया है, if a body is moving away from that position, then we can say that the velocity will be positive. And what about negative velocity? Body moving towards its initial position. When a body moves towards its initial position, then we can say that the velocity possessed by the body will be negative. Now students, from velocity time graph, we can determine two things. First is your displacement and second is acceleration. Remember, from velocity time graph, we can determine two things, that is displacement and acceleration. Now I'll tell you how we can determine displacement and acceleration. Remember, area under VT graph, that is velocity time graph, gives your displacement, and slope of velocity time graph gives acceleration. Now, for example, we have this graph, right? And we have to find displacement and acceleration from this graph. So how we can calculate this displacement and acceleration? As I told you, area under VT graph gives you displacement and slope of VT graph gives you acceleration. Now, let us consider you have certain points here. Let this point be A. This point, let us say this is B. Here you have point C. Here you have point D, E and F. For calculating displacement, we have to find first area. You can see the given figure. In given figure, this is a triangle, and triangle ABC, and CDEF forms a trapezium. So we have to find area of triangle and we have to find area of trapezium for calculating displacement. Now, there's a certain conditions there. When we have certain figure above time axis, then area of that figure is taken as positive, and the figure which is below time axis, the area is taken as negative. So I'll tell you, like, first is your triangle, so we'll find area of triangle ABC. We know what is the area of triangle? It is half into base into height. From the given figure, we can see AC is a base. So I can write this as AC. What about height? If I join this point at point P, let it be. So BP becomes a height. So what is the height? You can see here it is plus 5, and below time axis it is minus 5. So I'll take height above the time axis. So height will be your BP. I'll put the values. It will be half into value of AC is 4. You can see the gapping here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And value of BP. What is the height above time axis? It is BP, and BP corresponds to plus 5. So I'll write here 5. So area of triangle comes out to be 10 meter square, or simply 10 meter. So second part is we have to find area of trapezium CDEF. Now we know the formula for area of trapezium. What is the area of trapezium, students? It is half into sum of parallel sides into height. Right? Now I write here half. Here parallel sides are DE and CF. So what about the what is the value of DE? You can see here from the gapping here. If I join these coordinates 5 and 8 to the given line, we can obtain the value of DE, and that will come out to be, so you can see the gapping here, it is 1, 2, 3, that is 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. So one side is 3 plus other side parallel to DE is your CF. What about the value of CF? Coordinate 4, and here we have coordinate 9. So 9 minus 4 is 5. I can write here 5 into height. Students, you can see here height below time axis is minus 5. Here I'll take positive only, right? So it will be 5. So it comes out to be 2 into 8 into 5. That is equal to 20 meter. Remember students, we all know that area, the units of area is meter square. But why I am taking here meter? Because we know that area under VT graph represent your displacement. So indirectly we are calculating displacement, right? What will be the total displacement? I am writing here total displacement for this graph will be 10 minus 20. Why minus 20? Because this area is above time axis and this area is below time axis. I have told you above time axis I'll take positive and below time axis I'll take negative. So displacement comes out to be minus 10 meter. So this is the way how we can calculate displacement under VT graph. Now student, next part is we can calculate acceleration from VT graph. I have told you that slope of the graph gives you acceleration. Now how we can calculate slope? Dear students, remember, if you have 2 points, like you have point A and you have point B, let us say that the coordinates of point A is x1, y1, and the coordinates for point B is x2, y2. So for the value of slope will be equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. This you will study in mathematics, but for time being just remember this formula, that slope is equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, where y2 is coordinate of second body, y1 is coordinate of first, again x2 coordinate of the second body, and x1 coordinate of body A, let us say. Now first I have to find slope of, from the given figure, slope of line AB. What are the coordinates of A? As A is lying in origin, so coordinate of A is 0 and 0. What about coordinates of B? Coordinate of B is 3 and 5. As you can see in the graph itself, 3, because the point B meets at point P and the value of P is 3 here, and value of along y-axis it is 5. So I'll find out the slope. Y2, it will be 5 minus 0 upon 3 minus 0. This is y x1, this is, sorry, this is x2, this is y2, and here you have x1, y1. So slope of AB will be y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. That is 5 minus 0 upon 3 minus 0. It comes out to be 5 upon 3 meter per second square. Means this acceleration is coming out to be positive. Dear students, as you have seen here, acceleration is coming out to be positive. What do you mean by positive acceleration? We mean here, we are calculating acceleration from this VT graph. It means that velocity is increasing in part AB. As you can see here in graph also, velocity is increasing, right? So if acceleration is coming out to be positive, it means your velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing. Now students, we have calculated slope of AB. Similarly, I'll calculate slope of BD. Using same formula, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Now, what are the coordinates of B? The coordinates of B is 3 and 5. What about coordinates of D? You can see here, x coordinate of D is 5 and y coordinate of D is, you can see, it is minus 5. So I can write here minus 5. So coordinates of D are 5 and minus 5. Now I'll use the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So it will come out to be y2 coordinate is minus 5 minus, what about y1 coordinate here now? It will be 5 upon 5 minus 3. So it comes out to be minus 5 minus 5, and 5 minus 3 is 2. So it comes out to minus 10 upon 2, that is equal to minus 5 meter per second square. Now in this case, acceleration is coming out to be negative. What do you mean by negative acceleration? It means that velocity of a body is decreasing. So you can see in graph itself, the body is coming from point B to D and the velocity is decreasing. As here acceleration is coming out to be negative, it means velocity is decreasing, and you know that negative acceleration is also called your retardation. So here the graph shown by BD, point BD, is your retarded motion, or you can say deceleration. Now students, at last we'll calculate slope of DE. We'll calculate slope of DE. Using same formula, y2 minus y1 is equal to x2 minus x1. Now, already calculated, what are the coordinates of point D? It is 5 and minus 5. What about coordinates of point E? You can see here, x coordinate corresponding to point E is 8 and y coordinate is minus 5. So I'll put these values in this formula and I can calculate slope of DE. Now this becomes x1, this is y1, this is x2 and this is y2. So I'll apply the formula. It will be minus 5 minus minus 5 upon 8 minus 5. So here it comes, minus 5 plus 5 upon 3. Minus 5 plus 5 is 0. So acceleration, that is slope of DE, comes out to be 0 meter per second square. That means acceleration comes out to be 0 meter per second square. Now remember, today we have learned three things. That when the graph is going in upward direction, that means it is your accelerated motion. In that case, acceleration will come out to be positive. Acceleration positive means velocity is increasing. When acceleration or slope is coming out to be negative, in that case the velocity is decreasing. And when your acceleration is coming out to be 0, it means that the body has uniform velocity. What do you mean by uniform velocity? means the velocity is constant. I have told you in previous lectures that uniform velocity means when a body is moving with same displacement occurs in equal interval of time. So in this case we can say that same displacement occurs in equal interval of time. So students, today we have learned three things: that if a graph goes upward, then that is your accelerated motion. If a graph goes downward, that is deaccelerated motion. And if a graph goes parallel to time axis, that means that a body has uniform motion with constant velocity.